This collective is in dire need of remembering that a butterfly does not become a butterfly overnight. A butterfly doesn't just all of a sudden, once it's a caterpillar, go, all right, I'm going to go to sleep tonight, I'm going to wake up tomorrow a butterfly. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes a recognition of worth. It takes you understanding that even though you're just a caterpillar, or even though you're just something, that you're in one place, that doesn't mean that you can't be somewhere else. It doesn't mean that you can't go to something else. A millionaire, usually, unless they were born with generational wealth, they aren't just a millionaire just cause. It takes time, it takes effort. There's someone at some point who had to do something and push something into an action, but everyone started somewhere. Every person that you think of that is successful, every single celebrity, every single person that is a successful business owner, everyone in your life who you would think is successful, they all started somewhere, or someone started somewhere for them. They didn't let their heartache hold them back. They didn't let chains hold them down. They didn't let things from the past hold them back. They just kept moving forward. They kept looking for it. They had a goal in mind, and they knew that one day they would succeed. They knew one day it was inevitable, just like the caterpillar knows one day it will be a butterfly. It doesn't worry about, will I become one day? How do I become one day? It just does it. And it's not a pretty process. It's not something that they just go, you know what, I'm going to be a butterfly, boop, I sprout wings, despite what cartoons in our childhood. That's something that's been running through my head a lot here recently, is I love a good cartoon. I love a good animation. Do not think that I'm knocking on that at all. But how many times do we think about what we were shown as children in media? How many times can you think about seeing the trend? I'm thinking of A Bug's Life. When the caterpillar at the end finally becomes a butterfly, he's just a caterpillar, but with wings now. And that's not how it works. The caterpillar has to lose some limbs. It has to eventually only have 6 legs. It has these beautiful big wings that by far out-extend its body. And whenever it's in its cocoon, it literally has to turn into goop. It has to turn into something that's unrecognizable. It has to let go of everything that would hold it back from becoming a butterfly in order to become a butterfly. And the journey that you're on isn't one that you just all of a sudden stepped into. It's not one that's all of a sudden happening now. You've been on this journey for a while. You've been doing this for a while. You've been putting in the work for a while. You've been staying focused on your vision, on what it is, on that perspective that you wanted to step into. And that is what you've been wanting to do. That's where you've been at. And you started it in good faith. You started it in good connection. You started it in good company, amongst people you thought supported you, amongst people that you thought had your back and would help you grow. But some of them turned out to be the very thing that was holding you back. Some of them turned out to not be feeding you the way that you were willing to feed them. And that is part of what you had to shed. That is part of what this cocoon process has been. It's not just people, but it's systems, it's career paths, it's ideology, it's knowledge, it's things that you relied on to get you from point A to point B. It all disappeared. But the thing is that at some point you started thinking, well, what if I don't become a butterfly? You stopped being a caterpillar because a caterpillar doesn't question if it's going to become a butterfly. It just knows it is, despite what it might lose. Despite what it has to let go of, it knows that it is inevitable for it to become a butterfly. It doesn't happen overnight. It can't happen overnight. It's a lengthy process that has to take time. And some of you are probably thinking, I've put in enough time. I'm tired. I've been putting in time, and you have. That's the truth. You're absolutely right. You have been putting in time, and that's why you are where you are now. I don't think you realize how close you are to becoming a butterfly, but a caterpillar doesn't start to resemble a butterfly until it's almost a butterfly. It doesn't start to look like something that could be a butterfly until it is almost at the end where it's about to crack out of its cocoon. And even then, when it breaks out, when it gets out of the cocoon, whenever it steps out, it has to sit there and literally unravel its wings. It has to let out and grow its wings. Just because it's gotten out of the cocoon, just because it's gotten out of the dark place, just because it has put itself back together after it has fallen apart, does not mean that the growth is over. There's still more that has to be done. There's more that has to be accomplished. There's more that you have to realize about yourself, about your ability, about your end goal, about what it is that you're stepping into and what you've been wanting to step into for so long, what it is that you've been trying to accomplish for so long. There's more that has to happen. There's always more. But just like there's more that has to be done, you are more capable of it the further you get along. Realize that. You are still on track to be the butterfly. In fact, you're almost there. The caterpillar does not all of a sudden think, I won't make it to be a butterfly. It just knows it will. And some of you are probably asking, how can I know that I'm going to be the butterfly when I am what I am right now? Can I sit here and possibly fathom that I'm going to get the career that I want, that I'm going to get the relationship that I want, that I'm going to have the family that I want, that I'm going to have the living situation that I want when I am where I am right now? I don't know. I can't tell you, but what I can tell you is that with that attitude, you never will. With that attitude, you won't. The caterpillar never questions if it's going to be a butterfly. It just knows it will. It doesn't matter where it's at. All it knows, a caterpillar, its whole goal in life is to become chubby. Its whole goal in life is to eat and eat and eat and like just gorge itself on nutrients. That's all a caterpillar knows. That's it. It knows that, and that will somehow lead to it being a butterfly. It doesn't know how. It doesn't know where. It doesn't know when. But it just knows that it will. Know that you will. Know that you will, even whenever there is no evidence, when there is nothing else. Just find it within yourself to find the one little confidence, one little piece of, I know I can. I know I can. Because if you can build that confidence, build that habit, that good habit, if you can build that faith, that grace, that gratefulness, if you can do that when all odds are stacked against you, when you're nothing more than just a little caterpillar eating up everything that it can, imagine how much more you can do when the odds are stacked in your favor, when the tide turns in your favor. Imagine what you can accomplish if you can, right now in this moment where things feel like they're stacked against you and where it feels like nothing is going to change, where it feels like nothing is going to turn in your favor, if you can muster just a little bit of faith, if you can bring out just a little bit of confidence, imagine what you can accomplish when it all is in your favor. When you hit a high, it is inevitable that things are going to go up if they've went down. That is the law of balance, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you've went through a dark period, there has to be a period of light. If you can build things now that will support the light when it comes back around, imagine what you can accomplish. You've got this. I believe in you. Your butterfly transformation is inevitable. Just keep moving forward. And as usual, if this message aligned with you, it has found you. And if it didn't align, keep scrolling. It costs $0 to mind your own business. Have an awesome day.